name is Zach Bond and I'm the owner of the Deben Valley Light Railway. Over the next few months, I suppose, I might just make a little video while I'm doing something to the railway and allow you all to see what's going on. But the first thing that we're going to look at is my method of laying track, which is quite a lightweight method. It's very cheap, but it seems to work. So the first step, which I usually do, is look where we want the railway to go. Round here, and should hopefully, by the time we're finished, curve round like this, and then around, and then behind me. So that's where we want the railway to go. So the next thing I usually do is bend up the track. So I've had this track ready and bent up for quite a while. It's already covered in mud and various other things. Probably do a bit on how to bend this track, maybe in another issue, another video blog. So it's just really a case of seeing how it fits in. If not, we can just give it a bit of a tweak. So it just fits in like that, hopefully. So that's roughly where we want it to go. Obviously it needs to be a bit more level. And I use a minimum radius of about 2 foot 6 inches, but it's all hand bent, so there's probably some bits which are under that, some bits which are over that, but this slightly rough and ready, very rough and ready track laying method, I think, really works well with the agricultural tramway style, which I'm trying to go for, something a bit run down. And if you look at the real narrow gauge railways, you can see them rocking all over the place as they go down the track. I can remember looking out of the back carriage, one of the chorus carriages on the Taylor's Lynn on the way back down the valley, and seeing that the track dipped and swerved all over the place, which is something that I'd quite like to recreate. So with a track down and all in the right place, the next thing to think about is the foundations. And my method of building track beds is to build an underground wall, which is 2 bricks deep. So if you imagine a 2 brick high wall just sunk into the ground, and that follows the pathway of the track. So I'll get going on that while you watch this. The Avon-Glas and Nant-Llwyd Railway represents a 2 foot gauge railway serving the North Wales Slate Quarry, like the Festiniog or Taylor's Lynn railways. Christopher was inspired to start building the line in 2005 following the purchase of the TV series The Garden Railway on DVD. The track bed is a mixture of concrete cast in hardboard shuttering and thermalite blocks cemented to a concrete base. Landscaping has involved bringing back several lumps of slate from North Wales and the purchase of several dwarf conifers to create areas of woodland. The line features a slate quarry at the upper terminus, Nant-Llwyd, including a worked gravity balanced incline. Most of the carriages seen in the trains have been scratch built by Christopher. This is something he particularly enjoys. Some are to his own freelance designs and others are models of prototype carriages. Christopher also enjoys the social side of 16mm scale railways and frequently goes to steam up to other people's garden railways and invite others from his group to steam up on his wonderfully scenic garden railway. So we've got a little course of bricks now going on, the upper bricks and the lower bricks that I'm just adding on here. But it is possible with this method to make it very accurate and to get a completely level base. So this one just needs to go down a bit, working on the principle that if the bubble is within the lines, then we should be fine. Just scrape that aside like that, and let's have a look. That's better. So here I have a dry cement mortaring mix, which is just a few trowelfuls of cement and a few more trowelfuls of sand mixed together in an old bucket. And that is going to help us lay these bricks more accurately, because you can then compress it to get it really level. And it should just help the bricks set into place nice and firmly. These bottom bricks here I've already laid and I've compressed down the soil really firmly, and then put a little bit of sharp sand and then laid the bricks down. So they're laid there, so we just put a little bit on top there and pop our brick on top like that. Oh! Now these bricks that I used, we moved in and they were already here. So I used a lot of the old bricks from the house. They're probably from the 1900s or something like that. They're not new shape anyway, new size. Right, so the bubble is now firmly between the lines there. So we can, that's not level. The brick itself isn't level. The brick itself wants writing at that end. But this end with that brick is very level. So let's just take a bit of our cement mix, scrunch it under there, see what we've got. That's level. That's much better. There we are. That's one brick nicely in place. Now let's look along here. Down here we've got a bit of an odd corner, and lots of the bricks were broken or have broken up subsequently. So we've got a bit of a chunk of brick which can just go down there in the corner nicely like that. So let's just pop down some little bit of cement and stones and whatnot into there. Put it down a bit, give it a bit of a whack. Right, spirit level. Right, so that needs to go down a bit more. Let's just you have to be a bit careful with these bricks because they're a little bit fragile. This one, if you look, has broken up under the force of the compacting down. I'm sure with modern bricks you wouldn't have that trouble. There we are. Right. Good. So, with a little bit more of this crumbly, dry cement mixture now, let's just pop those in there. Probably pays every so often just to check that everything's in the right place by taking your rail, and yes, look, that matches up quite nicely there. That can go sit on there nicely like that. I'll just go and get another brick, and that should, hopefully, that will go in there like that once it's all levelled out. There. That just needs that end dropping down a bit, doesn't it? Like that. There we go. Okay. Now, we can now infill this with all the soil that we dug out earlier, and then also dribble some of this dry cement mixture into the gaps between the bricks, like so. There we have our lovely, firm, cheap, easy track bed, which we can walk on. If we need to access a bit of the railway, just walk on it, it's fine. Absolutely. Right.